The Fantastic Four have always been the first family of Marvel Comics, but their previous movie adaptations haven't exactly done justice to their legacy. Fans remember the 2005 version fondly, mostly because of the fun performances, including Chris Evans lighting up the screen as Johnny Storm, the Human Torch. That was before his ascension into MCU royalty as Steve Rogers, Captain America. Now, years later, Marvel Studios is finally ready to reboot the franchise with the attention and care it deserves. Under the direction of Matt Shakman, who made waves with WandaVision, Fantastic Four: The First Steps is designed as both an origin story and a stepping stone to something much bigger. The title itself is a clue. This movie isn't just about the Fantastic Four, it's about what their arrival sets in motion for the rest of the Marvel Universe. But intriguingly, one iconic character has been kept out of the main storyline: Victor Von Doom. This absence has been deliberate, as Shakman has confirmed in interviews that Doom is being reserved for a different purpose, and that's where the post-credit scenes come into play. Throughout the screening reports and early leaks, it became clear that Fantastic Four: The First Steps focuses on the team's first cosmic adventure, their encounter with the Negative Zone and the monumental discovery of their powers. Reed Richards is portrayed as a young genius grappling with the burden of responsibility. Sue Storm stands out as the emotional core of the team, blending intellect and compassion. Johnny Storm, the youngest, brings the fire, both literally and figuratively, while Ben Grimm carries the heart-wrenching transformation into the Thing. The movie introduces the Fantastic Four with emotional depth, but Marvel's real ace up their sleeve is what happens after the credits roll. That's when the real game begins, when audiences get their first glimpse at the shadows looming over the MCU's future, with a shocking appearance by Dr. Doom, signaling the rise of a new era of threats. The mid-credit scene has been the subject of much debate, and while it offers a fascinating teaser, many fans are already calling it a missed opportunity for even greater storytelling. According to reliable insider descriptions, the scene shows a mysterious figure intercepting a transmission that originated from Reed Richards. It's a distress call not meant for Earth, but accidentally broadcast across the cosmos. A distorted figure listens to the message, cloaked in shadow, but the ominous tone is unmistakable. A single line is whispered through crackling interference: "Doom is coming." The scene cuts to black. On paper, it sounds thrilling, but the lack of a visual reveal of Dr. Doom himself has led some to feel it's a restrained approach, especially after the high stakes the film builds. However, Marvel's decision becomes crystal clear when you realize they were saving the real gut punch for the end credit scene, one that fans will be discussing for years to come. The final post-credit scene is where the true magnitude of Marvel's next saga begins to unfold. The scene opens with Sue Storm in a quiet, peaceful moment reading a bedtime story to a baby. The baby is none other than Franklin Richards, a name that longtime Marvel readers know carries massive significance. Franklin is not just any child. In the comics, he's an Omega-level mutant with reality-warping abilities that rival even the likes of the most powerful beings in the universe. Up until this scene, the movie never explicitly shows Franklin or even mentions him, making this reveal all the more shocking. But just as Sue gently hums a lullaby, the room shifts. The air thickens. Shadows twist unnaturally. And then, from the darkness, a metallic gauntlet emerges. Dr. Doom steps into the frame, his armor gleaming with a menacing glow, his expression hidden behind his iconic mask. In an instant, without uttering a single word, Doom takes Franklin Richards from Sue's arms, and with a swirl of dark energy, he disappears. The camera lingers on Sue's horrified face, her anguished scream echoing as the screen fades to black. This isn't just a cool cameo or a villain tease. This is a declaration of war. Marvel Studios is making it crystal clear. Dr. Doom is not just a future antagonist, he is the catalyst for what's coming next. This post-credit scene fundamentally shifts the power dynamics of the MCU. With Doom kidnapping Franklin Richards, Marvel is introducing the storyline potential for Avengers Doomsday, a title that's already making waves within industry circles. The idea is simple yet thrilling. The next major Avengers film won't just be about stopping a villain bent on world domination, it will be about saving reality itself, unraveling the plans of a genius dictator who now possesses one of the most powerful children in the multiverse. Interestingly, there's been a lot of fan discussion about the symbolism of Chris Evans' past and present roles converging in this storyline. While Evans plays Captain America in the main MCU timeline, his memorable portrayal of Johnny Storm in the early 2000s Fantastic Four films has never been forgotten. There's been playful fan theories suggesting multiverse crossovers where Evans' Human Torch could make a return, especially with the growing emphasis on multiversal storylines since Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness and Loki. While Fantastic Four: The First Steps doesn't address this directly, insiders who've attended the screenings noted clever Easter eggs scattered throughout the film, including subtle nods to the Baxter Building's multiversal monitoring systems. With the growing popularity of these meta crossovers, it wouldn't be too far-fetched to imagine Marvel eventually paying homage to Evans' dual legacy in some playful or dramatic fashion down the road. And then there's the shadow of Robert Downey Jr., the man who kickstarted the entire MCU with Iron Man. While RDJ's Tony Stark was given a heroic send-off in Avengers Endgame, his influence continues to linger heavily over the franchise. Recent leaks, including the ones linked to Fantastic Four, hint at the technological footprint of Stark Industries making a quiet but notable appearance in the background of key scenes. Advanced weaponry, drone surveillance, and references to Stark's tech scattered throughout Latveria, Doom's homeland, suggest that Iron Man's legacy could play a role in the eventual confrontation with Doom. Some fans have speculated that Doom's armor in the post-credit scene even incorporates stolen Stark technology, adding another layer of emotional stakes for the remaining Avengers who once fought alongside Tony Stark. Another thrilling layer is how Marvel Studios seems to be weaving this story directly into the broader fabric of Phase 6 and beyond. Early details about Avengers Doomsday indicate it won't be a typical gathering of Earth's mightiest heroes. Instead, it will see a fractured Avengers team forced to collaborate with unlikely allies, including elements from the Fantastic Four, the remnants of the X-Men, and possibly even cosmic defenders like Nova and Silver Surfer. With Franklin Richards now in the clutches of Dr. Doom, the stakes transcend personal rivalries or territorial conflicts. This is about the control of multiversal energies, the fate of entire dimensions, and the survival of existence itself. The introduction of Franklin Richards, combined with Doom's strategic kidnapping, sets the stage for Marvel to explore storylines like the Council of Reeds, the Time Variance Authority's failures, and even a possible collision of universes that could dwarf the stakes of Secret Wars. One aspect that keeps fans on the edge of their seats is how Dr. Doom is portrayed in these brief yet powerful scenes. Early descriptions from screening attendees mention how Doom's presence is unlike any villain we've seen so far in the MCU. There's no maniacal laughter, no grandiose speeches. His power is quiet, terrifyingly efficient. The silence he maintains while stealing Franklin Richards speaks volumes about his ruthless nature and supreme confidence. This is not a villain seeking attention. This is a ruler who operates in the shadows, striking at the heart of his enemies with precision. Matt Shakman's decision to withhold Doom from the main storyline pays off in spades here, making his sudden emergence in the post-credit scene far more impactful. It creates a sense of dread and anticipation that lingers long after the credits stop rolling. Marvel's strategy becomes clear when you look at the overall roadmap. By keeping Doom out of the main narrative and introducing him solely in the post-credit scene, they're effectively giving him an aura of inevitability. His presence is like a storm cloud on the horizon. You know it's coming. You know it's going to change everything, but you're powerless to stop it. This narrative technique echoes some of the best storytelling Marvel has done in recent years, much like how Thanos was teased across multiple films before finally stepping into the spotlight. The difference here is that Doom doesn't need years of slow build-up. With a single scene, he establishes his dominance, hijacking the future of the MCU in ways fans are only beginning to grasp. The post-credit scenes also mark a crucial pivot in how Marvel approaches Phase 6 and the saga beyond. With the multiverse saga in full swing, the introduction of characters like Franklin Richards and Dr. Doom ensures that future films won't just be about individual heroes saving their cities. They'll be about heroes confronting the collapse of time, space, and reality. The Fantastic Four aren't just new players on the board. They're central to the unfolding drama that will define Marvel's cinematic narrative for the next decade. And with Dr. Doom's arrival, the stakes have been raised to unprecedented heights. In many ways, Fantastic Four: The First Steps is the calm before the storm. It gives fans a joyful, heartfelt introduction to beloved characters, only to pull the rug out from under them in the final moments. It reminds us that in the MCU, every action has consequences, every victory hides a darker truth, and every new hero invites a greater challenge. With Doom's calculated move to steal Franklin Richards, Marvel isn't just teasing the next villain. They're rewriting the future of the MCU, drawing lines in the sand, and signaling the dawn of a new age where power, legacy, and survival collide in the most spectacular ways imaginable. So as the credits roll and the final scene fades to black, one thing becomes certain. The Marvel Cinematic Universe has just taken its first steps into a dangerous, thrilling, and unpredictable future. And with Avengers Doomsday looming on the horizon, the Age of Doom has officially begun.